Hello fellow Tarnish, good morning. I just woke up and what do we have? We have a patch note version 1.03 who just came out. That's a very beautiful sight to see, very hopeful things happening for the future of the game, because we see that Bandai Namco is very reactive on patching the game, on balancing the game. For those who don't know, the Dark Sword in Dark Souls 3 took a year to be patched. And yeah, it seems like they're not making the same mistake in the Elden Ring, where they're seeing problems with the game and they're addressing it. Is everything being addressed, and is the game beautiful now and perfect? No, there's still plenty of stuff that needs to be addressed that have not addressed. There's also a couple of changes that they decided to make that I don't really understand, but we'll just go over it right now. So let's just let me give you guys a little reading. Just take a coffee and listen to those beautiful changes that the game is is about to have. So major changes included in the last update: added the function to recode the icon of an NPC, of the name of the NPC on the map when you encounter that NPC. That's great because it was a bit sketchy to track your NPCs around the map. Added NPC drawer bane, so they're adding stuff to the game, adding new quest faces for the following NPCs: Dailos, Nefelilu, Kenneth Hyde, Gatekeeper, Gostok. So we have more content that's being added to the game in the form of a super small DLC type of fashion, super small free DLC. So that's very hopeful for the future. Why? Because maybe they'll add more weapons, maybe they'll add more upgrade materials, maybe they'll add more spells, maybe they'll add new area. I mean, we can dream, right? I don't think so, but so those are very hopeful, because it means that the game is still not really finished in some aspect, Like, remember, they took a month more delay on the release of the game to add a different stuff, but here we see that they're actually patching the game slowly and adding stuff. So very good stuff, very hopeful for the future. Again, added some summonable NPCs in multiple situations, like increase the number of patterns of object player can imitate when using Mimic's Veil. Added night background music for some open field area. Bug fixed. Fixed the bug that prevents summon NPC from taking damage in some boss's battle. Fixed a bug that sometimes prevented the player from obtaining item after boss battle. So that fucking sucks. I don't know for who that happened, but if it happened for you guys, I'm very sorry. I don't know, what does it mean? Are you gonna have the item now? Like, okay, the item is in your inventory, have fun. Or do you need to redo the game to have the item? I don't know. It's not really clear. That's also one of the problem of those patch notes. Some details are still hidden. We still don't know. For example, the weapon balancing that will come later, we don't know exactly what they did, so it's very mysterious. It's a bit annoying, but at least we know they're doing something about it. Fix a bug that causes dialogue to be skipped. Fix a bug that causes player to freeze when riding. This one sucks because I'm sure it happened to you. You're getting on your horse, you're not moving, and then you're dead. It's like, okay, thank you. Fix a bug that causes arcane to scale incorrectly for some weapon. Okay, this one is also very big. Many people have been talking about it. One of my fellow viewer, Ryan, has been talking how arcane is going to be very strong once the weapon scaling. For those who don't really understand, some weapon have a scaling in arcane, so should do damage if your arcane is high, but for some reason, a bug, it was not doing so. So they were doing pitiful damage. So now they will do damage. So arcane build are gonna be even stronger, although they are not addressing the bleed in this patch note, which really sucks. They don't address madness, bleed, sleep, frost, which are a problem in some aspect, but we'll talk about it in a bit later. In situation where the player cannot obtain more than 2 talisman pouches, added talisman pouch to twin main house. That's pretty good. I don't know to who it happened, but if it happened to you, it fucking sucks. Fixed the bug that prevented the user from wrapping the side of grace from the map at the end of the game. Fixed the bug that prevented the player from moving to the next area of battle after the battle with the fire giant. Fixed the bug which causes some weapon to have incorrect scaling after strengthening. That fucking sucks. What are the weapon? How is the scaling now? What weapon are we talking about? We don't know. So yeah, it will be nice to know, okay, this weapon have been fixed with the scaling. So if those weapons were doing pitiful damage, now they will do a lot more damage. But if we don't really know which weapon are those, we're not gonna go through all the weapons to test them, and to like, it's just too much work. There's just too much in the game, to be honest. Fix the bug which causes some weapon to not use that scaling. to not use that stat scaling. So some weapon were just, I think it goes hand in hand with the previous changes. Fixed hangs up in certain situation. Fixed a bug which incorrectly display multiplayer area boundary when playing online. So that happened to a couple of people where they were invading people and then they couldn't fight each other because they were on different side of the barrier. That's actually pretty funny. Fixed a bug that allows player to activate Earthree's Great Shield weapon with skill without absorbing an attack using a special combination of item and incantations. Fixed a bug which causes fire deadly sins incantation to have different effects. So this one's actually pretty huge. It's something that you guys have seen and probably encountered. It's people who are setting themselves on fire. They're walking next to you and guess what? You're fucking dead. Okay, so this is what happened. Fire deadly sin is an incantation that sets you on fire, and I'm not really sure what it does besides that, but what it did that should not do is that if you apply a buff to your weapon and you do fire deadly sins, or you do fire deadly sins and you apply a buff to your weapon, for example, if you apply blood to your weapon, you will deal blood to people just by walking next to them. So if you have death on it, cold, sleep, whatever, people will get affected by it just by being close to you, which, you know, breaks the game, made for very unfun encounters. But it's great that now they're fixing it, and now they're fixing it very quickly. I think this is huge. So thank you guys so much for being on top of that. Fix the bug with the Ash of War Determination and Royal Knight's Resolve, where the damage buff will also apply to other weapons without having that skill. So basically, that's something that PvEers are doing right now for speedrunning the game. They are using Royal Knight's Resolve, and then they are beaming people with the Sword of Night and Flame. So the weapon should be on the weapon you just used the damage to. So that's actually good there. Doing that, adjust the visual effect of an unseen from spell. That happened to people from PS5 and PS4, for example, where people from PS4 couldn't see the magic, the effect, the Ash of War summoned by the player on PS5. So that's great that they're changing that. Deleted the ragged armor set. Okay, why? Give us the ragged armor set, you know, maybe you want it, maybe some people want it. Fix the bug that causes some hostile NPC to drop for killing finger remedy. Fix a bug that causes incorrect sound effect to play in some situation. I think this also that might be also sometimes you will not be into a fight and the fight music would start. Maybe that's what it is. Fix the bug which causes visual animation and hitbox to not be displayed correctly on some maps. Fix a bug which causes incorrect visual and behavior for some enemies. Fix a bug that causes incorrect start parameter for some armor. What the fuck? Fix the bug that causes incorrect stat parameter for some armor. So maybe some armor will have like more poise or more defense, but actually, haha, it was a joke. It was not doing any of that. So yeah, good thing they're addressing that. Text fixes, other performance improvement, and bug fixes. Balance changes, so those are going to be very interesting for us PvPers. Increase the drop rate. Okay, actually it's related but not really. Increase the drop rate of smithing stone for some enemies. Added smithing stone to some early game shop lineup. The problem here is not so much that we don't have enough smithing stones or that we don't find enough smithing stone. It's just that why do we have the legendary weapon that goes to +10 and why do we have the regular weapon that goes to +25? Like, what the fuck? Why it takes so much resources, it takes so much money to improve your weapons. Why, if you want to make the legendary weapon a bit special and you want to have this and if you want the regular weapon to be a bit more like feeling more generic, you know, of less value, make them go to +20. But here going to +25 just messes up the whole weapon matchmaking system when we have to multiply by 2.5 instead of just, you know, just having like, it's just so dumb. I don't understand. This is one of the dumbest things they've done to the game, to be honest. I'm a bit salty about this one because also it takes a lot of money to buy the smithing stone. It's when you upgrade a weapon from +0 to +24 or +25 at the smith, it takes you need to press the button fucking 50 times because you need to press it 2 times. Like, it's just so annoying. Added smithing stone to some early game lineup. Increase shield effectiveness. Another one. Why? Are shield not strong enough in this game? Like, shields are already super strong. They're one of the strongest tools in the game. I was trying to fight Melania. I had big troubles. I put on a shield. Now I'm winning. It's like, it's such an easy way to play, and shields also have a big problem with stamina consumption. You can just stay behind your shield and never get guard broken. And although even when you get guard broken, the window for getting the riposte is very much smaller than it used to be in Dark Souls 3. I know it's a different game, sorry to compare everything to Dark Souls 3, but that's where we're coming from. So that's where we're addressing, you know, the changes. So it's just a weird decision. Increase the damage fall off of offensive crackpot, good, but also although we don't really want to be in a crackpot meta where everybody's throwing bomb at each other. We had this a bit in Dark Souls 3. We don't want this to come back so much, but sure, let's have some more tools. That also is a good thing. Actually, I'm being negative here, but it's actually a great tool for melee users, you know, although, you know, spellcaster will also be able to use it. Melee type of player will be able to use crackpot. Increase the damage of the following items: spark, aromatic, poison, spray mist. Increase the effect duration of the following item: uplifting, aromatic, iron jar, aromatic, never use those. Increase HP healing for torrent when using the following items: Rora resin, sweet resin, frozen resin. Reduce FP consumption and increase the damage of the following sorceries: glintstone, comet shard, comet, and night comet. Why? Reduce FP consumption and increase the damage of the following sorceries. You think mages don't have enough tools? You think mages are not strong enough? Like, you think there isn't a problem with mage in general in the game? Why are you buffing mages? What about incantations? Incantation sucks ass. They need a buff. They have no tracking, they do pitiful damage, they are easy to dodge. Why do we buff sorceries again? I know why. I'm gonna tell you why. Sorry, I bumped my mic. Because sorcery is the easy mode of Elden Ring, and they need people to be able to go easy mode, because otherwise people will just complain on Reddit about how hard the game is. The game is too hard. I'm taking my Saint Riot advice. The game is too hard. I cannot play the game. Oh, I need my magic and my pew-pews. Increase the damage of the following sorceries: Gravity Well, Collapsing Star, Crystal Barrage. Again, increase damage of, you know, decreased FP consumption of the following sorceries: Star Shower, Rock Blaster, Gravel of Haima, a Founding Rain of Star, Stars of Ruin, Great Blade Phalanx, Magic Downpour, Loretta's Great Blow, Loretta's Mastery, Carrion Greatsword, Carrion Piercer, Shard Spiral. So you didn't think there was enough magic spam? Well, guess what? More magic spam for you. Raised projectile speed and range for glintstone shard. They don't need projectile speed. Maybe give them some more range, sure. They don't need more speed. They already are auto missile tracking, Russian fucking nuclear bomb. They don't need more tracking. They don't need more range. They just need to get fucking nerfed, actually. Sorry, I'm a bit salty. You guys know I'm not a big fan of magic. Decreased Ash of War, hoarfrost, stomp damage. Thank you. And increase the cast time. Thank you. People were just spamming that shit, PvE and PvP alike. Like, they want to win, press L2 to win. Hey, hey, good job. Hoarfrost Stomp was doing half your health for easy. It was just doing half of your health for something that was being cast very fast, hardly punishable. Also, there was a problem because some part of the damage was really hard to dodge the first attack, because you get hit twice. You get hit by first when they stomp, and then you get hit again if the crystal explode when you're walking on them. So yeah, it's great that they're nerfing the damage. It's great that they're increasing the cast time. So when you cast it, you have more chance of being backstabbed or being punished for it, which is great. Another one thing that's gonna follow, I don't really understand. Increased Ash of War, Bloody Slash, self-inflict damage while slightly lowering the damage and increasing the cast time. So Bloody Slash was a good Ash of War. Nothing too broken, nothing, you know, too bad. It was just a good middle ground where it was doing good damage without being too OP. It was a bit slow, but not too slow. You could see it coming and you were getting, you know, damaged. Now it's just going to be shit. I'm telling you right away. Bloody Slash, you can just, you know, discard it. You can just like put it in your chest and never use it ever again. I don't really understand why. Especially since Ash of War that you get very early on in the game, so it's probably helping a lot of players going through the game using it. But now if they get more damage if they get hit more, and if it's slower and if it does less damage, like, what are they gonna, I don't understand why. Like, maybe there's some broken combination of things you could have done with it that I'm not aware of. But I don't really understand why they felt the need to patch that. Decreased weapon skill, Sword of Night and Flame. Again, I talked about this. Although this weapon in PvE was very strong, PvP was also very strong, doing lots of damage, especially the fire one. Pretty easy to dodge, but when you're fighting multiple people, you can get hit, you know, by stuff you don't really see. And also, since they changed the camera angle, so now again I'm gonna compare to Dark Souls 3, sorry about that, but in Dark Souls 3, when you were locking onto your enemy, you had your camera that was facing pretty much forward of them, a little bit high, you know, it was a little bit of a counter plunge. But now it's like here, like the camera is like super high. So when you're fighting one person, you don't really have a clue of what's going on around you, which is a big bummer. So you have to play unlock. Also, playing unlock is much harder in this game for some odd reason. I don't really understand why. So it's good that they're decreasing the weapon skill of Knight Sword and Flame. That's great. Increased FP consumption and lower duration of Ash of War Barricade Shield. I know many people in the dueling community complain about Barricade Shield. I think the problem is just shield, honestly. It's not so much just Barricade Shield, although Barricade Shield is very strong and needs a nerf. But I think it's more shield that needs a nerf more than anything else. Change FP consumption timing of Ash of War Prelate's charge. I have no idea what this is. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section below, please. Decrease the damage of Spirit Summon when using the item Mimic Tear Ash and change the spirit behavior pattern. Yeah, many people are crouching on Mimic Tear because it's just another U for free. Other enemy and weapon balance changes. Other enemy and weapon balance changes. What balance changes? What enemy changes? Like, tell us. Like, our enemies that we used to fear that we should not be scared of, are the enemies that we were not scared of that we should fear now? What weapons have been changed, you know? Is it Moonveil? Is it something else? It might be, we don't know. So that sucks that we don't have the detail, but that's pretty much it for the balance patch of this game. So let me know what you guys are thinking about this balance patch. Are you happy? Are you sad that your precious sorceries are actually getting buff? So sorry, I'm trying to create drama for no reason. My bad. I have a couple of stuff that, so yeah, Moonveil is still untouched. Why do we have not a Moonveil balancing? No buff to incantation, you know. Incantation, as I said, are pretty terrible at the moment. They do pitiful damage, they have no tracking, they cost a lot of FP, whereas, you know, sorcery just has their FP decreased. It's like, why? I don't understand. I really don't understand. Why do they love sorcery so much? I think the reason is because people who are new and not very experimented to the game are playing mages, and you want your casual fan base to stay, because if you hit your casuals, you will lose money, and they don't want that. So that's probably what's happening here. No great sword buff. Yeah, great swords are pretty trash. They were my favorite weapon class. Problem is that the moveset is pretty bad. Claymore is still amazing though. I think Claymore is still a top tier weapon, but greatsword in general are not super good. I would like to see that change. No bleed, madness, frost, sleep, etc. balance effect. The problem here that we have is that although those status like bleed, for example, do maybe a bit too much damage, maybe they get, you know, you get procced, the effect is being procced very quickly, is a problem. But the problem that we need to be addressed is that sometimes you dodge it and you still get hit by it. So yeah, that's something that needs to be addressed. So that was it for me. I'm Valentin. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on the balance patch, which balance you want to see happen on the game. And I see you, my fellow tarnished, very, very soon in the Lands Between. Bye bye.